Really? On both? Okay. Whoa. Hey, good morning. How are you? I'm Mel Robbins. You're watching Coffee Talk. I do this periodically. I try to do it every weekday. This is a live broadcast where I bring you behind the scenes. And I share with you all kinds of stuff that's going on as we launch a daytime syndicated talk show. I'm also a best-selling author. You may have heard of the book called The 5-Second Rule, or heard of the tool of counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to push yourself through your excuses and fears and help you change your thoughts and behaviors. Today, I'm coming to you live from New York City. This is my brand new office here at CBS, and we are in the just countdown. Our full staff starts in 11 days, which is absolutely bananas. There'll be almost 70 people that are part of the team that is launching the Mel Robbins show. It premieres September 16th. If you're curious where it airs in your market, we are in almost 100% of the United States, and you're going to have to check your local listings, but we will be sure to be adding that information into our newsletter. If you're not on our newsletter list, get on our newsletter list. I send out a deeply personal letter once a week. More than 400,000 people read it. It's linked to all kinds of cool stuff and interesting things that can help you improve your own life. And today, the newsletter is going out tomorrow, so go to melrobbins.com, and right on the homepage you can get your name on the list and get a personal letter from me every single week to give you the little boost that you need. Today we're going to answer one of your questions. If you ever have a question that you would love my insight and stories around, just use the hashtag AskMel, put it on social media. Please make sure that you tag me so that my team can find it, and you could find yourself being featured on a upcoming Coffee Talk with Mel Robbins. The other way that you can get advice from me is you can apply to be a guest on the Daytime Talk Show. The Daytime Talk Show, the Mel Robbins Show, which launches September 16th, it's about real people like you and me. This is a modern version of the old talk shows that we grew up watching. So live studio audience, people coming on the show that have issues that they need insight and help and a kick in the ass on, relationship conflict that you're having with yourself. You have people in your life that you're worried about or that you don't know how to deal with. You've got issues that you need help with. That's what this show is about. It's a bright spot in your day, and I'm there to give you the tough love that you need and to also leave you in action to help you take that next right step. Well, today we have a awesome question about how do you stay optimistic when you're going through a hard time. And if you're going through a hard time, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you give me a couple hearts? Can you let everybody else that's watching with you and me know that they're not alone in facing struggles that they're facing right now? And if you are going through a hard time, why don't you put in the comments what you're dealing with? Are you going through a divorce? Are you single and sick of it? Are you really beating yourself up about your weight? Did you lose your job, or are you afraid you're going to lose your job? Do you hate what you're doing? Are you heading off to college this summer or this fall and you're really nervous about it? And you're wondering, gosh, it's like something I'm supposed to be excited about, but I'm actually like kind of in my stomach about it. Or maybe you've got somebody in your life that's really sick and they're dying, or you've just lost somebody. I mean, hard times are part of life, and the question is, how do you get through them? How do you stay positive? And that's what we're going to talk about today. The question is from Emmanuel. How do you stay positive, Mel, when bad things keep happening? Every time I think it's going to get better, it gets worse. I didn't get a promotion at work that I was working toward all year. My girlfriend and I broke up, so I had to move to a smaller apartment further away from my work and my friends, and most recently, and the list goes on. Even the small things seem like missing the train or forgetting my phone at home seems to trip up my entire day. How do I get this rain cloud to stop hovering over my head? How many of you can relate to that? That literally things feel hard right now, and just missing the train that you're supposed to get for work, or forgetting your phone at the office or at home. It's enough to just send you into a tizzy. Okay, so here's the thing. Bad things are going to happen. We can't stop that. You're going to forget your phone, and it's irritating. You're going to have people that you love break up with you, or leave you, or stop hanging out with you so much. It's going to happen. You're not going to get the promotion that you really wanted. It's going to happen. And so the most important thing about life, about work, about relationships, is not to take one thing that's happening and have it become evidence that your whole life is coming off the rails. And that's what's happening to Emmanuel. You see, you can get into such a negative state of mind that you start training your own mind to look for evidence that everything is negative. And so if you can relate to this, I want you to pay attention. Because what Emmanuel's now doing is he's going through his life looking for reasons to see bad things. Which means what's going to happen? If you look for it, you're going to find it. And so if you are in a state where you feel like life is gray, where things are overwhelmingly negative, the answer is to change how you think. Right now, when you're in a negative state of mind, you're in mental health. If you're pessimistic, your crap is broken, okay? You can have bad things happen to you, and you can adopt a different way of thinking about it. I call it realistic optimism. So I am a realistic optimist. That means that you accept where you are. Okay, so accept where you are. You didn't get promoted. Accept where you are. You're single and you had to move to a smaller apartment. Accept where you are. And then adopt this point of view. That know that you can make things better through your actions. Know that you can be where you are and you have the power to change things for the better through your actions and how you think. That's what being a realistic optimist means. It means that you understand that no matter what's going on, you can still control what happens in the future. And so here's a couple things I want you to do. Number one, we got to go back to the basics. I want you to make sure that you're doing the basic stuff I talk about all the time. If you're pessimistic, if you feel like life isn't going your way, number one, you're going to plug your phone outside of your bedroom and you're going to sleep without your phone. Because number two, when the alarm goes off, I need you to get out of bed. When you're feeling negative about life, you can be swallowed by your bed in the morning. And when you're swallowed by your bed in the morning, all the negativity comes into your mind. And then when you pick up your phone and you start scrolling through your phone and looking at the news and looking at social media, guess what? More negativity comes on. So you're starting your day in a negative place. I need you to grab the first 15 minutes of the day and make it the most positive thing you can do. So you're going to get out of bed, you're not going to look at your phone, you're going to brush your teeth and do whatever you do. You're going to take those first 15 minutes, please put on music. Music's important because research shows that it can elevate your mood. And then you're going to take the first 15 minutes before you look at the phone, before you get negative, before you decide that the day's going to be shit because you just looked at all the emails that came in, and you're going to think of one thing that you can do, remember, realistic optimism, to shift things for the better. One thing that you can do. Emmanuel, one thing that you can do is you can make plans with your friends, since you now live further away from them. One thing that you can do, you can decide that you're going to spend a little bit of time making this new smaller apartment really feel like a home. Get one photo that you love and blow it up today at Staples. That's one thing that you can do that will start to change the way you look at stuff. The second thing that I want you to do after you've taken the first 15 minutes for yourself, because you got to start the day positive, so you started on the right foot. There's some research, I talk about this all the time, that do you realize that if you turn on the news first thing in the morning, simply seeing 3 minutes or listening to 3 minutes of news when the news is negative, and when is it ever positive? Listening to 3 minutes of negative news means that you are more likely 8 hours later to say that you've had a bad day. How you start the day matters. You have to create a positive morning routine. Then the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to practice a substitution diet. I call it think this, not that, okay? This is what my whole next book is about. It's about how you retrain your mind to work for you. how you stop looking for the negative. And what I want you to do is I want you to go through today, and I want you to notice all the times that you think the worst, all the times that you assume your boss hates you, all the times that you tell yourself you did a shitty job. And I want you to note how often you do it. And then when you go home tonight, and this is the final piece, I want you to write a positive opposite statement for every one of those, okay? Oh, I'm so stupid. Hey, if I put in more work, I'll figure it out. Oh, my boss hates me. Oh, my boss must be stressed out today. Has nothing to do with me. Oh, I never get it right. Oh, if I try a little harder, I'll do better next time. And you're going to start to use that list of positive substitution thoughts every time you catch yourself thinking negative. Look, Emmanuel, I know that shit's happened in your life, stuff you didn't want, stuff that you don't think you deserve. Welcome to being human. Seriously, it's not about what's happening to you, it's about how you react to it. And so are you seriously going to let the fact that you didn't get promoted drag you down? Let it suck for a day and then get to work. Find out what you need to do in order to get that promotion. And if you feel like you're never going to get it, why don't you look for new work? Look for the skills. You always have the power to change. And if you get sucked into the negative, you're going to see nothing but the problems. I need you to start thinking positive and getting into action, because when you switch your mindset from negative to positive, you start seeing solutions. You start seeing things that you can do. You start looking for ways to change your life, and that's exactly what I want you to do. So I hope that this helps you and Emmanuel. And if you have a question, just use the hashtag AskMel, tag me so I can find you, or go to melrobbins.com/TV and apply to be a guest on the show. We start taping in August, by the way. Tickets to come to a live taping in New York are free. Bring all your friends, bring all your girlfriends, and come on down to the CBS Broadcast Center and join us for a taping of the Mel Robbins Show. And if you're not on the newsletter, by God, get on it, because tomorrow's is awesome. I cannot wait to send this out. melrobbins.com is where you sign up for the free letter that I send to more than 400,000 people tomorrow. And in case nobody else tells you today of your friends and your family, please let me be the one to tell you that I love you. We all need to hear it. I love you, and I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to change your life and to change how you think. And when you change how you think, particularly when you go from thinking negative toward forcing yourself to see the positive, absolutely everything changes. I know that because that's how I changed my own life. Alrighty, I'll see you tomorrow again from New York. I don't know if we'll be at the hotel or walking down the street or here in the office or with everybody that's part of the amazing team launching the Mel Robbins Show, but tons and tons of cool stuff coming up. So make sure you stay connected, make sure you get on the newsletter list, and make sure you go from negative to positive today. All right? Don't roll your eyes at me. I'll see you online.